for that? Oh, just on the back. Is that okay?
Yeah. Is it on? The green light on?
Now it's on.
Great. Okay. It's perfect weather. It's so perfect weather. It's so perfect. We lucked out.
I could do it in the loop. Do you want it in the loop?
Whatever you think is going to be best. I don't care.
Does that feel weird?
I don't know.
It seems very stable.
Okay.
But
Well, where's
Hello.
that tape?
Shana Tova.
Karen, do you know where the tape went?
My mom has it. I will get it.
wanted to ask you, are you okay if I share that you keep a machzor?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to see you. Thank you, you too.
Hello, everyone. Hello, good evening. Welcome to High Holidays with Judaism Your Way here at the beautiful Denver Botanic Gardens, everyone. My name is Jeremy Anderson. I'm the Executive Director of Judaism Your Way. And before our service begins, I just want to share a few important announcements with all of you here. So while we're here tonight, we hope that you can really focus on the meaning of this special time of year while feeling safe and secure. We're very grateful to have members of the Denver Police Department here with us tonight, keeping us safe. Yeah, you can clap for them. We have a team of medical professionals. Our EMS team is standing over here in the tent waving at us in their red shirts if you need anything at all. And of course, we have an amazing team of volunteers who will help keep us safe tonight. You can find them in the blue vests if you have any questions or need anything at all. You know, to help us keep everyone safe, we encourage you to keep your belongings close to you. And when I say belongings, I probably mean your children as well. If you would just keep them safe, in case of any type of emergency or security incident, you're going to want to have them close to you. If there is inclement weather, we will announce from the stage what you need to do. So listen for that. And in the case of any type of security concern, don't wait for an announcement. We encourage you to move to safety as quickly as you can. All right, so we want to also invite you to manage your personal comfort throughout our service. Using space here in the tent, out in the lawn, behind us, inside Mitchell Hall, with temperature control and access to facilities. You're also free to move the entire evening around the gardens if you want. There are many spaces that are beautiful where you can still hear the services going on, but please do not move any of the chairs. And please ensure that you're respecting the gardens at all times. You need to stay on walking paths, don't climb or sit on rocks. And for those of you with children, we ask that you model that respectful behavior for your children as well. So we strive to be an open tent here at Judaism Your Way, welcoming everyone who would like to enter. So today we hope that you can find a physical space that meets your needs. There are seats reserved up front with a closer view of ASL interpreter. We have accessible seating spread throughout the tent, and the benches around the bowl area, the lawn area, are reserved for anyone who is immune compromised. If you have any other accessibility questions, you can find a volunteer in a blue vest, and they will be able to help you. Okay, a couple of last things. You can visit jewishhighholidays.org at any time, and that's where you can find links to all of the machzors for our prayer services, and you can even watch our services live or on replay. I hope while you're with us today, you will not be going to that website and that you'll take this moment to take your cell phone out of your pocket and put it on silent. If you have a watch, we encourage you to put that on silent, not even vibrate. Let's shut everything down for the next hour and a half and really commit to being present together in this space. All right, so those are all the logistics for those of you who are here with us in person, and for all of us, including everyone who's watching right now as we are virtually live streaming across the world. I just want to say how excited we are that you're sharing your holidays with Judaism Your Way. You've hopefully seen that our theme for this year's services is welcoming the new and the now. And while you'll notice that this theme is being woven into our services over the next 10 days, you may also notice that our organization is welcoming the new and the now. We're welcoming the now because we are celebrating our 20th anniversary this year. That's really exciting. This year marks 20 years of holiday gatherings just like this one, offering hundreds of programs and classes, and officiating thousands of life cycle events. Now we've grown into a national community, a home for Jewish belonging. And to celebrate this special anniversary, we're also welcoming the new. So perhaps you noticed on the signs as you were walking in today, or the emails and messages you received from us, or even for those of you watching online at the very top of your screen, We are thrilled to share Judaism Your Way's new logo, right there on the back of your Moxor, refreshed colors, a new visual identity, and now after the service, when you go home, if you go to judaismyourway.org, you can check all of it out on our brand new website as well. So thank you all so much for being with us, both for the last 20 years, and I sure hope that you stay with us for the next 20 years as well. From our entire board and staff, we wish you all a meaningful holiday season and a beautiful new year ahead. Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
We're starting just with a nigun. It's a wordless melody. Please join us when you pick up the melody.
Ay, 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 ay,
Good evening and welcome to the beginning of the new year. My name is Rabbi Amanda Schwartz, and I'm joined here this evening with my Judaism Your Way colleagues, Rabbi Karen Aviv, rabbinic intern and music director Dan Yolis, rabbinic intern Melissa Hoffman, ASL interpreter Topher Breuer, and our amazing musical team, Ed Contreras on percussion, Zoe Moff on bass, Gabe Mayer on viola, and Spencer Zweifel on piano.
Judaism Your Way strives to be an open tent, welcoming anyone who would like to enter. So whether you're zooming in from home or joining us literally here tonight, we hope that you are able to find a place that meets your needs. For those of you who are here, there are seats up front with our ASL interpreter, Topher, and we have accessible seating throughout the tent. And like Jeremy said, benches outside for those who are immunocompromised. And there are a ton of volunteers who have blue vests and badges that say volunteer, so ask them a question.
In addition to the regular high holiday themes of returning, repairing, reflecting, and renewing, this year we also are focusing on welcoming the new and the now. Throughout our services together, we will explore this theme through stories, teachings, music, and prayer. We also invite you during this high holiday season to think about how you welcome the new and the now in your own life.
Judaism offers many spiritual pathways to help us navigate things that are new and also ways to be present in the current moment. One such example is that tonight is Rosh Chodesh Tishrei. The word Tishrei comes from a language called Akkadian, which the Jewish community became familiar with when living in Babylon in the 6th century, and it means beginning. The word month in Hebrew comes from the Hebrew word chadash, meaning new. So the name of this new month basically means the beginning of the new. We have the opportunity at the beginning of every month to welcome what is new and be present in that moment, and especially at the beginning of this month and year.
Playing with that word chadash, or new, Rav Kook, the first chief rabbi of Israel, taught Hayashan yit chadesh, v'hachadash yit kadesh, which means what is old will become renewed, and what is new will become sacred. We hope that you will find our high holiday services both renewing and sacred.
So in crafting these services, we have mixed some classic high holiday liturgy, which at times may feel like it has been made new because of the use of new melodies. And we've also included some readings, new readings and songs, because we find that these new sacred offerings perfectly capture the feel of the high holidays. And we recognize that the perfect balance of classic liturgy and new material varies from person to person. So we hope that you find this balance. And if something was missing for you, please offer us compassionate and constructive feedback in the survey we will send out after the holiday. Focus on compassion.
And in the spirit of using Jewish spirituality to welcome in the new and the now, we will begin by singing the words of Shehecheyanu, which shares gratitude for allowing us to be alive, for sustaining us, and for bringing us to this very moment.
For those of you familiar with this prayer, you may notice that the melody is new to you. I composed this melody for Rosh Hashanah last year. Whether the melody is new to you or maybe the entire prayer is new, we invite you to bravely embrace the now by singing along to Shehecheyanu on page 4.
into lighting Shabbat and holiday candles, I'd like to invite up Jamie and Lily Rennick. I'll let Jamie and Lily introduce themselves if they want, but I do want to highlight that Jamie has been a very active volunteer for the past couple of years on our Disability Inclusion and Awareness team, which meets monthly to work toward making Judaism Your Way a fully open tent. This group, in connection with the Jewish Disability Advocates, is focusing on the theme of connection and belonging. And as I was preparing this service, I saw this reading, and I felt like it spoke beautifully to this theme.
As we light these Shabbat and holiday candles.
By Barbara Rothstein. May the light of these Shabbat and holiday candles cause us all to see each other as a part of our shared community.
May the light of these candles glow with our warm feelings for all members of our community.
May the light of these candles reveal our faces to be reflections of the other members of our open, caring community.
May the light of these candles help us recognize the needs of others and show us a way to help them.
May the light of these candles guide us to see a path to a better life for all and show us a way to move there together.
May the light of these candles assist us to lift our spirits, to help ourselves and others.
In the glow of these Shabbat and holiday candles, may we bond together to become an even better shared community.
Amen.
Jamie and Lily are now going to light the candles for us. And while they're making their way over, I'll just comment that I first met Lily when I think she was maybe about 4. And she was dressed kind of like a princess at the children's service. And so it's been amazing to watch her grow and grow and grow.
And I got to do her baby naming.
So there's a custom of covering your eyes when you say the blessing if you want to try it out. And we'll bless Shabbat and Yom Tov, which means a sacred day. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat v'yom tov.
Amen.
Thank you.
Shalom Aleichem is a classic melody that is sung when welcoming Shabbat, usually before eating Shabbat dinner. And it's intended to welcome the angels into the home, call in a sense of peace and tranquility, and simply greet the moment and those we are sharing it with peace and wholeness. And on Shabbat, we are to call in this feeling of wholeness, leaving our baggage at the door, radiating feelings of joy and rest, and feel a deep connection with our loved ones. Being that it's both Shabbat and Erev Rosh Hashanah, we invite you to call in the supercharged angels or feelings or energy that bring you this rejuvenation that this double holiday is intended to bring us. And may we commit to sending out those same feelings we are asking for, increasing the love and harmony that this world needs. Please join us for Shalom Aleichem on page 6.
So this one has a lot of repeat after Dan.
When you come,
When you come,
when you go,
when you go,
peace to you.
peace to you.
When you reap,
When you reap,
when you sow,
when you sow,
peace to you.
peace to you.
give,
when you give,
when you take,
when you take,
peace to you.
peace to you.
When you sleep,
When you sleep,
when you wake,
when you wake,
peace to you.
peace to you.
Shalom Aleichem,
Shalom Aleichem.
Malachei Hasharet,
Malachei Hasharet.
Malachei Elyon,
Malachei Elyon.
Malachei Elyon,
Malachei Elyon.
Mi Melech,
Mi Melech.
Malachei Hamlachim,
Malachei HaMelachim.
Hakadosh Baruch Hu, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Peace to you,
Peace to you.
when you hear,
When you hear,
when you speak,
when you speak,
peace to you.
peace to you.
When you're strong,
When you're strong,
when you're weak,
when you're weak,
peace to you.
peace to you.
When you think,
When you think,
when you pray,
when you pray,
peace to you.
peace to you.
Every breath,
Every breath,
and every day,
every day,
peace to you.
peace to you.
Shalom Aleichem,
Shalom Aleichem.
Malachei Hasharet,
Malachei Hasharet.
Malachei Elyon,
Malachei Elyon.
Malachei Elyon,
Malachei Elyon.
Mi Melech,
Mi Melech.
Malachei Hamlachim,
Malachei HaMelachim.
Hakadosh Baruch Hu, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Peace to you, peace to you.
Thank you, Ed. So, when we come together as a community in Jewish space, we sing the Baruch Hu, which is all about blessing the source of love and connection. And this new melody we're going to sing is actually old. It is a 19th century Polish wedding song from the Bobover Hasidic community. And it's a melody about longing to connect with love. So please rise in your seats or on your feet and join us on page 7 for the Baruch Hu.
you, Nancy and Rachel, who I'd love to invite up. I asked them to help with leading this Loving the World reading because these two are such loving people.
Ahavat Olam, Loving the World, Mary Oliver. My work is loving the world. Here are the sunflowers, there the hummingbird, equal seekers of sweetness. Here the quickening yeast, there the blue plums. Here the clam deep in the speckled sand. Are my boots old? Is my coat torn? Am I no longer young and still not half perfect? Let me keep my mind on what matters, which is my work, which is mostly standing still and learning to be astonished.
The Phoebe, the delphinium, the sheep in the pasture and the pasture, which is mostly rejoicing, since all ingredients are here, which is gratitude, to be given a mind and a heart, and those body clothes, a mouth with which to give shouts of joy to the moth and the wren, to the sleepy dug-up clam, telling them all over and over how it is that we live forever.
Thank you.
Those of us here in person have the privilege of spending this service in a beautiful, mind-blowingly beautiful garden. And isn't it kind of wild to imagine that our collective exhale becomes the inhalation of the plants around us? That we, as different as we might seem from the life forms around us, are part of the multitudes that unite as one interdependent whole. Let us celebrate that oneness of our community, the oneness of creation, and the oneness of the divine presence as we chant together the Shema, followed by the Ve'ahavta together on page 8. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai ובכל מאודך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם מאוד על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
Please join us in Mi Chamocha, a prayer associated with freedom. We're on page 9.
Barbie. I'm freestyling. So in the dance number, when everybody goes, I always hear that in Mi Chamocha. Ba Eli Madonna. Anyway. Okay, Hashkivenu. Hashkivenu is a Jewish lullaby prayer, and it expresses hope for a peaceful night and a renewal of our lives when we wake up the next morning. We're on page 10, and I encourage you to look up. Look up at the twinkling lights, or look up at the sky if you're outside in a bowl or at home. Hashkivenu. Oops. Got carried away with Barbie.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom. Shalom.
Amidah is the central prayer of every service, so much so that it's known in ancient literature as Hatfilah, the prayer. And yet, this prayer was also largely unstructured originally. Every person would come up with their own words of blessing, petition, or praise, or gratitude. So let's take this private meditation as a moment to dream up wildly unimaginable blessings, perhaps ones that are unique to us, that only we can dream up and wish for ourselves and for others. The Amidah starts on page 10.
You're invited to rise. And we'll come together at the end with Oseh Shalom, a prayer for peace. be seated and join us on page 16 for Ose Shalom, a prayer for peace.
Say shalom. Roma. Oh, say shalom. Bin Roma. Huya ase, shalom. Hita ase, shalom. Huya ase, shalom. Aleinu. One, May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom. Make it funky. Be Roma. Oh, say shalom. Be Roma. Huya ase, shalom. Hita ase, shalom. Huya ase, shalom. Alleluia. 1, 2, 3, 4. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down.
Shabbat Shalom and Shana Tova.
Shabbat
Shalom and Shana Tova.
Wow, what a long, strange trip it's been. These past several years have been trying times for so many of us. We've been held back from things we loved and wanted to do because of the state of the world. Many of us have felt and maybe still feel fear and uncertainty about what the future of this world holds for us. COVID-19 took away a lot of people's ability to smell and taste, and other available senses were dulled in ways that some are still trying to restore. But we've also managed to accomplish so much. We've celebrated new achievements. Even the smallest and unnoticed ones counted. We've experienced blessings and good luck, joy and happiness. We carried out mitzvahs and put more light into this world. We've positively impacted others around us. And maybe the last few years helped push some of us to switch up and change how we are living our lives, to try new ways that bring us more fulfillment, satisfaction, and joy. This last year, I had much to celebrate, from purchasing a house with my wife, to continuing my journey of learning how to rabbi, to bringing our baby boy Shai into the world. Yay! I've also missed the mark. I've made many mistakes. I've neglected relationships, and struggled to keep up with some obligations and commitments that I had made. Now, as we enter the year 5784, we are reminded to press the refresh button, to continue to push forward, give life all we got, and to fully embody the energy this new year carries with it, so we can achieve our goals and aspirations and make new ones. So how can we use this special time to give us the boost and motivation we need to refill our buckets to sustain us through the coming year? Our theme for this year's High Holiday Experience is welcoming in the new and the now. But what does that mean exactly? Does it mean to allow ourselves to simply become fully present in this moment? To step into a state of mind where we are on the front lines of our lives, ready to take what comes at us with gevurah, or strength? Or to shed the skin of wrongdoings to make room for growth and opportunity? Or is it starting the year with a backpack full of inspirations and things that will motivate us to get on top of our dreams and ambitions? Maybe the answer is yes to all of them. However, I would like to propose a particular avenue to connect with our theme by focusing on cleansing, refreshing, and awakening the senses that are available to us and connecting them to this time of renewal and teshuvah, or returning to our inner center. I believe that by consciously engaging our senses in our journey through the high holidays, both by rituals and traditions customary to us as a people, and by way of our own personal customs, we can enter this new year with a pure sense of clarity and awareness, and a restored shine and luster of our spiritual perception. Heightening our awareness and tuning into our senses only causes us to be more a part of our physical and spiritual environment. It is with our embodied awareness that we can experience full presence and inspiration to move forward in this time with confidence, strength, and love. This summer, during my time at Rabbi Camp, a week-long study intensive, I took one of the most inspiring classes I've encountered called The Senses as Pathways to the Divine, taught by Rabbi Elliot Ginsberg. Each day we learned about, discussed, and engaged in practices pertaining to each of the five senses, and studied how each of them connect to the many facets of Judaism. I was particularly intrigued by our exploration of the sense of smell, one that I certainly use, but not always in a conscious, ritualistic, or intentional way. Smells are often fleeting, only thought of for a short moment. A good smell, a bad odor, a smell that smells like fill in the blank, invoking memories that go as far back as our memory allows. As a new dad, my sense of smell is currently attuned to, you guessed it, dirty diapers signaling his need for a change, or the lingering smell of spit up on my clothes, and eventually that fresh, clean smell of a baby after an evening bath. While I was learning at Rabbi Camp in Westchester, Pennsylvania, I found myself walking around campus paying particular attention to the smells that surrounded me. The dense, humid air carrying the fragrances of the flowers, plants, and surrounding moisturized environment. The smell of damp wood after a night of heavy rain, and the multitude of aromas worn by people I passed by. Some of the smells I encountered reminded me of previous times I spent in similar climates. Then, I really began to strengthen the role that my sense of smell plays in my own spiritual practices. When I step out of my door to take a walk, I close my eyes, take a deep cleansing breath through my nose, and notice the scents that visit my being. They tell me of if a neighbor is cooking or if a storm is approaching. I also allow them to invoke memories or maybe create new ones. I recently moved to Littleton from Denver, and just those few miles of separation offered a whole new database of sensory signals and information to explore. So when I find I need to take a second to relax, to calm my nervous system, or to get out of my head, I breathe in through my nostrils, I taste the air, meditate on what I'm receiving, and exhale. Sometimes with a cleansing sigh, slowing my heart rate, reconnecting with my center. When I pray in the morning in accordance to tradition of Shacharit, or Judaism's morning prayer session, I smell the pages of the Siddur, the Jewish prayer book. It reminds me of flipping through one at temple when I was a child, reading interpretive liturgical poems and translations, and listening to the music of the service. Finally, I burn candles and incense to freshen up the energy of my house and allow that energy to become a part of me. I really began to chew on how various smells deliver complex information and tell stories of the present and the past. Judaism and our senses are deeply intertwined with each other. Using the senses that are available to us is how we familiarize ourselves with the world, each of us in our own unique way. The Song of Songs, which is often thought of as romantic poetry between human lovers, but is intended to mutually connect our love and the love of the divine, is filled with sensual imagery, beautifying the gift of life we receive from the universe. It's truly an enchanting read if you ever get the chance. The Zohar, or book of Kabbalistic teachings and interpretations of the Torah, uses the senses to deliver and discover deeper meanings we can gain from engaging in Torah and our dance with the divine. There are countless writings on rituals we engage in and how they connect to movement, silence, listening with our ears or our hearts, eating, drinking, smelling, seeing with our eyes or our all-seeing eye, breathing and touching. To dig deeper, let's look at Shabbat and Rosh Hashanah and the senses that certain rituals invoke, particularly smell. So I invite you to take a moment, sit with your feet on the ground, take a deep breath, and close your eyes. And imagine the smells that remind you of Shabbat. Perhaps it's challah baking in the oven, or the smell of loved one's house you may visit for the occasion. Maybe it's a fragrance you put on to freshen up for our day of rest and rejuvenation. Or it's a fresh bouquet of flowers stationed in a vase on the table. What aromas and smells are you sensing right now? These fragrances are signals to your brain and spiritual state that it is time for Shabbat, the weekend is upon us, it's time to relax, or however you relate to Shabbat. Rosh Hashanah has its own unique set of sensory signals that go along with it. The Jewish New Year carries with it the sound and vibration of the shofar, signaling us to wake up, shake off the dust from our souls, and return to full presence in our lives. The smell and taste of freshly cut, crispy apples dipped in honey symbolizes kicking off the new year with sweetness and freshness. Rosh Hashanah usually arrives when we are transitioning from summer to fall. We can sense the various changes taking place in our environment, from the changing colors of the leaves from green to yellow, orange, red, and brown, to the shortening days and longer nights, and the air beginning to cool, and the 24 hours of rain we just experienced. Some of us dress in linen and or wool clothing, offering a different sensation on our skin, and the intricacies of the tzitzit, threads of the talit, dancing through our fingers. And that brings us back to the sense of smell. Smell is one of the strongest senses that is tied to memory. One of the main themes of the high holidays is zachor, or remembering. Not just remembering how we carried ourselves through the last year, but also remembering the divine to remember us. We remember where we came from to get to where we are now, and offer gratitude for the challenges we face and accomplishments we've achieved, thus causing the Creator to remember us. The more light we are reminded to bring into the world, the more light we shall receive. So I invite you again to close your eyes if you're able and comfortable. Take a deep cleansing breath, as one of my teachers, Reb Marsha Prager, likes to say. In through your nose and out of your mouth. And as you breathe, notice and chew on the fragrances that are coming to you. What do you notice? What are you being reminded of? Notice any sensations you may be feeling in your body. If you find any physical tension, breathe into it and release it with each exhale. Notice the life that is happening in your body, your beating heart, the subtle movements in your muscles, your lungs expanding and contracting. How amazing is it that we are alive? Finally, I invite you to take a mental snapshot of this moment so you can return to this feeling of peace we've all created. If you prefer to explore and attune your sensory field on your own time, wonderful. May I suggest finding some time to spend in nature. It could be a park or your front yard or any other natural, lively habitat. There's even a sensory garden here at the Botanic Gardens for you to explore at your leisure. You could also join with others in our community at Rabbi Karen's upcoming Nature, Gratitude, and Awe gathering on October 23rd. 22nd.
It's okay.
If you would like to focus on a particular sense while first trying out this practice, like I did with the sense of smell, I invite you to bring that awakening of whatever that sensual pathway is into other areas of your existence. Use it to motivate you to try something new, to improve on a hobby or a task you're working on, or to give you the courage to make difficult decisions to better yourself. For me, just by bringing more conscious focus onto one of my senses, I have found that I feel more connected to the world around me and myself. I feel like I'm able to break out of the mundane, step out of my restless mind, and enjoy the gifts that life has in store for me more than before. I've taken the phrase, "stop and smell the roses," quite literally. And in just a short time of incorporating sensual focus into my daily life, I'm seeing the benefits in so many ways. Maybe you might have a similar experience, but you'll never know unless you try. So I will leave you with some words, some wisdom from Rabbi Jerry Garcia. Reach for the sky, catch hold of the moon. Reach for the stars, smack into the sky. Run, run, run for the roses. Quicker it opens, the sooner it closes. Man, oh friend of mine, all good things in all good time.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
It's beautiful. So we have reached our first official piece of High Holiday liturgy, Avinu Malkeinu. We'll sing this haunting melody every service between now and Yom Kippur. In this prayer, we call out to the divine to continue a relationship with us, even if it's a relationship maybe we haven't earned. One of the many things I love about Judaism is that there are countless views of what or if God is. In the English version of Avinu Malkeinu that we're using, you'll see many metaphors for God. If none of them land with you, know that you are in good company. After all, the name Yisrael, one of the many names for the Jewish people, means God wrestlers. So I'm going to have everyone on the left side of the tent read the indented lines with Rabbi Karen and Melissa, and everyone on the right side of the tent will read the non-indented lines. And then everyone is invited to join in singing in the Hebrew. So Melissa, I'm going to invite you to open the ark while we sing. And if you're if you're comfortable, please rise. Forgive us for the sake of your name.
Our rock, our redeemer, renew us for a good year.
Our rescuer, our hope, help us find courage and hope within us.
Our mother, our life's breath, remove from all your children disease, war, famine, exile, and destruction.
Our divine presence, our soul, forgive us and help us forgive ourselves for all of our wrongdoing.
Our help, our guide, may we return to you in wholehearted repentance.
Our friend, our beloved, remember us with favor.
Our God, our leader, accept our prayer in favor and with mercy.
Our mother, our life's breath, hear our voices, show us mercy and compassion.
Our divine presence, our soul, inscribe us in the book of reconciliation.
Our eternal one, our redeemer, inscribe us in the book of merit.
Our friend, our beloved, inscribe us in the book of
our creator, our guardian, be gracious and respond to us. For we have too few good deeds. Act toward us with justice, tempered by love, and save us.
Avinu Malkeinu, Chaneinu Vaneinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chaneinu Vaneinu, Ki ein banu matzim. Aseh manu, tzedakah v'chesed. Aseh manu, tzedakah v'chesed ve'oshienu. Aseh manu, tzedakah v'chesed. Aseh manu, tzedakah v'chesed ve'oshienu.
You can be seated.
Wow. So, Judaism offers us lots of spiritual tools to heal from suffering. And one way is singing together to send healing out into the world. So, I invite you to hold in your heart anyone or anything who could use some prayers for healing right now, whether it's healing of the mind or the body or the spirit or a place. You can also send out healing to different parts of the world that are experiencing challenges. I'm going to invite up our board member and friend, Anna Sher Simon. from our Shabbat Alive leadership team to help us sing. We're at page 18, Tree of Life.
Before we get started with that, if I can ask my colleagues who are going to be helping with our next reading to start making your way closer from wherever you are way out there, so you're ready to go when our next reading comes up.
Sweet Spirit, hear my prayer. Help these words heal someone out there. I am but a voice, just a cry in the air, but I sing nonetheless, and this pain we share. Oh, sweet friends, come and dry your eyes and hold each other by this tree of life. I'm angry and tired of this great divide, but I sing nonetheless with love on our side. Ana Elna Rivana, Ana Elna Rivana, Ana Elna Rivana, Ana Elna Rivana. Oh, sweet souls who feel broken now, we'll heal together somewhere, somehow. Time and again we have been let down, but we sing nonetheless, still whole and still proud. Ana Elna, Ana Elna Rivana, Ana Elna Rivana, Ana Elna Rivana, Ana Elna Rivana. Oh, sweet Spirit, hear my prayer, and help these words heal someone out there.
I'd like to invite up my colleagues, Luke and Lori and Rachel and Amy, to help with this next reading. Before y'all start, I just want to say that I've been thinking over the past year about how much credit the rabbinic team gets for the amazing work that this organization does, because we're mostly the people that you see. But the truth is, we really are a team at the Judaism Your Way staff, and really none of this would be possible without the entire team. like the people in front of you who you've probably never seen, but
You're amazing.
truly, they're all amazing, and really our work wouldn't be possible without them, as well as some of my other colleagues who aren't up here. So just to quickly introduce who they are. So Luke is our database administrator. We've switched databases this year, and Luke has had a huge job managing that. Amy Leesman is our development and grant manager. Rachel Ballows is our marketing director. I'm not sure if that's the right title, but the communications director, thank you. But the new logo and website would not have happened without Rachel. And then our newest member, Lori, is our office administrator, and I cannot tell you how much more smoothly our office has run since she came on the team. So I asked them if they would lead a reading this evening, just so you all could see a little bit of some of the people behind the scenes who really make this magic happen.
Another year slips away, as do they all, day by day, hour by hour, moment by moment. Many used wisely, many wasted.
Another year opens, as do they all, with anticipation, with wonder and amazement, with excitement and consolation.
Was last year so different from the one before? What will this new year bring? What will I bring to this new year?
This I pledge to myself. Love is my answer to grief. Hope is my answer to loss. Strength is my answer to fear. Honor is my answer to splendor. Action is my answer to injustice. This I pledge to you, my siblings, to see you as you are, to respect your journey, to hear your truth, to stand with you in dignity, and to walk with you as a companion and friend.
God of my ancestors, God of time and space, another year slips away, as do they all.
Another year opens before me, as do they all, with 100 choices, 1,000 possibilities, and one sacred duty.
Life, this life, my life.
Thank you.
Amen.
Amen. So on page 19, we are at Vehashivota, returning to our hearts. And this prayer imagines a hopeful future in which everyone and everything is treated with reverence and respect and gratitude. We get to create that future right now with how we show up for one another every day. Please join us for Vehashivota.
As we prepare to recite the Mourner's Kaddish, we invite into this space the memories and spirits of those who in our lives have come before. The Kaddish, while never mentioning death in the prayer, is intended to bring comfort to the souls of the mourners, to lift up and praise the source of life, and celebrate the life and legacy of the ones we are mourning. If you are in a period of mourning, or if it is your custom, you may rise with your body and or spirit for the Mourner's Kaddish, starting on page 20.
Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divrach chilotei, v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyomechon, uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shmei kedusha b'reichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran le'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama Rabbah min Shemaya V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen.
It's my pleasure to call up Josh Pollock to share some words with us.
Hello, everyone, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
My name is Joshua Pollock. I'm the owner of Rosenberg's Bagels and Delicatessen.
Woo! Woo, woo. Yes!
As well as a board member of Judaism Your Way. Should have started with that. I was first introduced to Judaism Your Way when I moved out here for college from the East Coast. And I did not grow up considering myself a very religious person. I actually did not like going to shul on the holidays. I didn't like going to Hebrew school. But when they described the open tent in the middle of these beautiful botanic gardens with a live band, and it was free to anyone who wanted to join, I was instantly intrigued. While I never gave myself the spiritual moniker, or the religious moniker, I've always been a spiritual seeker. I feel nourished through connection, celebrated during ritual, at home in nature, and I'm intrigued by tradition. Judaism Your Way fills these buckets for me and my family. Not to mention we get to experience services in the heart of these beautiful gardens for the high holidays. What you were saying earlier really touched me because I walked in instantly in the gardens and was hit with the smell, right?
Yeah.
The pines, the flowers. That smell of nature connects you to so many things, but over the years it's begun to connect me to this community and these services. So it's really a beautiful and powerful sense, so thank you for sharing. For this organization, I'm incredibly grateful, and I personally express my gratitude by financially contributing regularly to support this important work. On any other day, each of us would pay admission to come to these beautiful botanic gardens. But during these high holidays, we get to be here in the gardens and be part of these magical services, all for free. But although these services are free of charge, they are certainly not free of expense, and Judaism Your Way needs our support to keep the tent open and accessible to everyone. If you've been inspired by this service or any of the work that Judaism Your Way does all year long, or your time walking through these gardens this weekend, I invite you to join me in generously supporting this organization. You can make your gift now by scanning the QR code on your Maxor, dropping a donation envelope on your way out, or by going to our website at judaismyourway.org. Thank you very much, and Happy New Year.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Thank you so much, Joshua. I wanted to share a special thing about Joshua that he shared with me several years ago, which is that he keeps the machzor from High Holidays. Many years ago, we used to make just one and use it all of the services. Now we make one for each day of the service, but he shared with me that he would keep one at the end of services, and over the course of the year, he would kind of like flip through it when he needed a bit of a spiritual boost. And I thought it was such a beautiful practice. I hope all of you embrace it and take the machzor home with you. I can't tell you the amount of time that we put into creating it. So it would make me so happy if you kept using it more than just today. So, as you know, tonight we began this period of the high holidays and thinking about the new and the now. And we've got a lot of exciting new things happening at Judaism Your Way. As Jeremy mentioned earlier, we have an amazing new website. We hope you check it out. We also have some things that are not necessarily new, but they are happening right now. Our Open Tent B Mitzvah class just started. We have the highest numbers of enrollment we've had, and we actually don't have a ton of spots left. So if anyone is interested in a B Mitzvah program for your kids, please get in touch. We have Changing the World Together starting in a couple of weeks. That's our service learning program for elementary students and their parents. And then the new thing that I'm most excited about is we are starting an adult Bri and B Mitzvah class this year that Rabbi Karen will be teaching a virtual option. I will be teaching an in-person option, and they will all culminate in an in-person group ceremony. And if you're interested, please fill out an application. They're due in October, and we anticipate having more people apply than we have spots. So if you're interested, please fill out an application as soon as possible. So we are coming to the end of our time together this evening, though we hope you will join us again, either tomorrow or in 10 days for Yom Kippur, whether you're right here or joining from your home. And as I mentioned earlier, the Judaism Your Way staff are a team, and we could not do this work without our entire team.
So I want to thank our amazing musicians. Wow. Ed on percussion, Spencer on piano, Zoe on bass, and Gabe on viola. I want to thank Topher for offering ASL interpretation. You are amazing.
Thank you to our behind-the-scenes team, Katie Payer, Imprint for making all of our AV dreams come true. Judaism Your Way staff, of course, the Judaism Your Way board, of course. We love you so much. Volunteers, the Denver Police Department, Denver Botanic Gardens.
Yes.
Yeah, let's give it up for him.
And of course, all of you are on our team too.
Team Judaism.
Woo! Team Judaism Your Way.
Team Judaism Your Way.
This service would not have been what it is without your participation, whether that was in this tent or in your home.
Last year, Dad of a couple of our Open Tent B Mitzvah alumni shared a beautiful story with me. He was streaming from his home on Erev Rosh Hashanah, which maybe he is right now, so hi, Benjamin. And he told me that when we started singing the last song, One Day, by Matas Yahu, he could tell that something magical happened in the tent.
We are going to close out our service and the first evening of this new year with the same song. So while this song imagines a beautiful world in the future, while we're singing it together now, let's focus our attention on the magic of the now.
Let's also pay attention with all of our available senses to this final moment as we emerge from this tent into the new year. So please sing with us One Day on page 21.
And if you want to stand up,
stand and move.
Stand and move around.
Also, dancing is highly encouraged.
Sometimes I lay under the moon and I thank God that I'm breathing. And I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I am here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will play. One day, one day, one day, oh, 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 one day, one day, one day. It's not about win or lose, 'cause they all lose when they feed on the souls of the innocent. Blood-drenched pavement, keep on moving though the waters stay raging. In this maze you can lose your way, your way. It might drive you crazy, but don't let it faze you, no way, no way. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will play. One day, one day, one day, oh, 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 one day, one day, one day. One day this all will change, treat people the same, stop with the violence, down with the hate. One day we'll all be free and proud to be under the same sun, singing songs of freedom like oh, 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 all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more war, and our children will play. One day, one day, one day, oh, 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 one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, oh, 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 one day, one day, one day.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Shabbat
Happy New Year.
Shalom. Shana Tova. See you tomorrow.